So as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of things that try and take up your time. And specifically, there's a lot of people that will try and take up your time. Different opportunities, different ideas, or just in general.
Little tasks you shouldn't be doing. Yep.
So how do you kind of decide who and what to spend your time on?
Well, that's an interesting question, because you have to define what's going to grow the business and what's going to actually continue, what's going to be the work that you have to do to, like, if you're in charge of a business, you have to decide what's going to be the work that's going to help me grow this so that we can continue to profit and continue to make ends meet. But if you're not in a position where you have the people in place to manage the day-to-day tasks, then you can't drop the ball on those day-to-day tasks. You still need to do that. So that's where I think the hardest part of being an entrepreneur is knowing how to manage your time effectively. And that was the biggest struggle for me when I actually was full-time in my business. Some days, weeks, I would just waste. Not because I was trying to, but I thought I was doing the right things, but I wasn't. And then you realize, okay, I need to be efficient with these daily tasks and then take the time to actually think about the things that are growing and expanding the business.
What were some of the transitions that helped you? What are some of the things you did that helped you make that transition?
Starting to track time, but even more than that, if you really wanted to simplify it, just choosing to actually focus on the things that were most important, the things that were growing your business, and not focusing on the little things. Like, the packaging's not perfect. I want it to be perfect. I struggled with that a lot. Or the product's not perfect. I want it to be absolutely perfect. So I'd spend a lot of time focusing on these little things that, because we were already selling, they didn't matter because people still wanted our product. But I was being a perfectionist, trying to make it absolutely 100% perfect. I should have been focusing on growth, and then those things would fall into place later on. They would not solve themselves, but you would figure out easier ways to solve them as long as you were continually having growth.
So like micromanaging, not exactly the best thing to do.
Well, yeah, micromanaging little things that didn't need managed, or focusing on cleaning up my email inbox instead of focusing only on the high priority emails. That's it. Letting it be messy for a short time and only focusing on the bigger things that needed to be fixed.